What it do? What it do, guys? Good afternoon. We got the candles lit for meditation as we survive Monique's and her daddy. We are surviving Monique and her daddy's response to her son coming out, which is viral right now, viral on TikTok, viral on YouTube. Her son came out and exposed and called Monique a bold faced liar, guys. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody coming in the building. Miss Styles, Miss Red in the building. Yes, you know they had to respond. And of course, Daddy with the peanut head was gonna come on here doing more talking than Monique. Daddy is doing, your father is talking more than you, Monique, and this is the problem. I'm not taking sides. I'm gonna give you a chance with my people because I didn't listen to the whole thing, guys. I got a haircut appointment. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a day of love. Fat boy got to get handsome. It's going to be a day of love. So I wanted to bring this to you guys quickly, and we're going to start from the top of her daddy's head. Now, this is why the son had a problem in the first place, Monique, because he said every time he wanted to talk to you before he brought it to the internet, he always got to go through your father. He always got to go through daddy. Where is Maury Povich at? Maury Povich would tell you right now that this is not the father. This is your husband, Monique. But it's okay. Like I said, you call your daddy, your husband, your daddy. It's cool. If Maury's saying that, that's okay. Y'all got to smash that like button and share this video because this is the response to Monique's son that just went viral for exposing her as being a bold-faced liar. And daddy is ready to talk. And he looks so sarcastic. You look like you trolling the boy. You are trolling Monique's son, and Monique, you don't even see it. This man is happy that this is going on right now. All for the attention, all to be in the public spotlight. He's not really worrying about your son's feelings. And your son sounds very sincere, very mature, and very intellectual. And I don't even know what that means, but I know it means something special. You know what I'm saying? But we are surviving Monique and her daddy's response. So let's get into it.
Come on in the room so we can have this conversation with our community. What is that? Oh, we could. Let's rock and roll, baby.
Let's rock and roll. The title of our conversation, or the theme of it, is called The Long Way Around, because ain't no shortcuts. Pickles, stop playing with that paper, please. The reason we're having it is a multitude of reasons, but we're going to start off with, there was Instagram that was put up, or I guess
it was TikTok, baby.
TikTok that was put up.
See, and this is the problem, Monique. Why is your daddy speaking about you and your son? Just answer that question. Why is your daddy doing more conversating like your son is his daddy? You know what I mean? Or he's your son's daddy. This is the problem, guys. But I'm sorry to cut it off, but let's get to it.
The reason we're having it is a multitude of reasons, but we're going to start off with, there was Instagram that was put up, or I guess
it was TikTok, baby.
TikTok that was put up by
my son, my oldest son, Shalon. And this is what I want to say to this. There are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalon. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because you know this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid.
Hold on, I'm confused. So this was Uncle Sid that you turned into your daddy. And then you have a problem with your son because he thought that this was his uncle? I'm confused. Is anybody confused like me? Monique just said in her response to her son that he can't be his daddy because he was his uncle. What type of sick ancestry.com stuff is this? This is very confusing. We are surviving Monique and her daddy's comeback. So this was his uncle? Like Monique, this is sounding confusing. Like this is really sounding like kind of confusion. Y'all gotta smash that like button. We are surviving Monique and her peanut head daddy's response.
My son, my oldest son, Shalom. And this is what I want to say to this. There are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalon. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because you know this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So
what
for
the
you to
hell?
say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid, and he knows your daddy very well.
So hold up. Monique's daddy, her father, Mr. Peanut. Oh, hold up. I'm confused. So this is your son's uncle, and he's friends with your son's real daddy, and he's your brother too. Yo, where is Maury Povich? Where is Maury Povich? I'm confused. We're surviving a whole bunch of incest. This is sick, guys.
My son, my oldest son, Shalom. And this is what I want to say to this. There are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalon. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because you know this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid, and he knows your daddy very well.
And love that brother. And the irony of all of this.
So you knew Monique's son's daddy, and you loved that brother. You loved your Monique's son's father, but you stuck your pecker inside his woman, inside his kid's mother, but you saying that you love that brother. You are the same dude that when you go to jail and you go to your woman's house, when you know your friend is locked up and you trying to knock on the door talking about, I'm just coming by to just, make sure that you all right, to see like how he doing. Da 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 da. You're the dude that's trying to sleep with your friend's girl when he go to jail. Like you are that dude. You are the dude that'll go and tell a woman, hey, my friend is cheating on you. Why don't you go out with me? I'll treat you differently. Are you that, sir? We are surviving you being a backstabber. And looking like a black milk chocolate cone head. This is crazy, guys. This is pure survival at its worst. I can't believe he just said, you love that brother. How did you love that brother when you gave Monique Pecker salad sandwich? We're a surviving Pecker salad sandwich being given to supposedly your friend. This is sad.
Not what is said, but what's left off.
Yeah, no, what's said, we talking about what you just said.
This has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid, and he knows your daddy very well.
Wow.
And love that brother. And the irony of all of this is Not what is said, but what's left off.
Yes.
See, you're leaving off the fact that the last time we laid eyes on you, your mother got you everything you needed for the newborn baby about 3 years ago. You're forgetting about how I, from Georgia, am talking you through getting your car after we gave you the half of the down payment for it. And you were 31 years of age, 32 years of age at that point. And I'm negotiating the deal with the dealer for you as you sit there. And you have the vehicle you're driving right now because of your mother.
Yes, and you know what, sir? And in Monique's son's defense, what I'm going to say, what he said, sir, was that it's not about money. The boy never denied the fact that his mother didn't financially take care of him, sir. Now, didn't D.L. Hughley say that she claimed you on your taxes? You know what I'm saying? Why, if you're not the daddy, that you confronting this boy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, Anyway, like I said, the boy said it wasn't about money. And this is what you're saying, my brother. You're talking about money. You're making everything that this boy said was right. And to find out that you went and gave her pecker when you loved his father, and then now you became her father when you were her brother, this is all weird to me, man. I don't care what nobody say. This shit is weird. And the boy already said that it ain't about the money. And you're talking about the money, that he's supposed to just be happy that he missed half his childhood when he really wanted his mother. Don't worry, because we got you a bicycle. We got you a bicycle. We got you a car. We got you. That's not what the dude wanted.
31 years of age, 32 years of age at that point. And I'm negotiating the deal with the dealer for you as you sit there. And you have the vehicle you're driving right now because of your mother. These are the things that you're leaving out when you're expressing what you're expressing in reference to your mother. You're not expressing the relationship that you have with your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship.
Clearly, y'all do have a loving relationship. If his dad was with her first, and then you with her second, and you said that you love him. It sounds like some P. Diddy's party type of stuff. And then you're going to say about him speaking ill. How can you even say about somebody speaking ill, sir? Look me in the eyes. I'm talking to you and that peanut ass head. You're going to say that this boy is talking ill about his own father, correct? But it wasn't ill that you went and slept with his father's woman and had 3 kids. Dude, you have no room. I don't know how you still talking, but I'm going to pick apart everything that I hear that don't add up. You're talking about he disrespect his own father and talk to him ill, but you went and had sex with his woman. Where was your respect, sir? Just answer that.
The relationship that you have with your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship and communicate back and forth because of the love that we have for you. The one thing these individuals, and to the individuals out here that oftentimes speak after they've heard one side of the story, there's an old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what it is that.
And now we're hearing the other half, sir. You're absolutely right. We only heard the son's part at first. Now we're hearing your side. And now, to make your point correct, we're hearing the other side. So now we're finding out that you were good friends with this boy's father. You went and slept with her when she was your sister, and you became her daddy. And you have room to talk about the other side. This is what we ended up hearing. You said it's 2 sides to a story, right? I didn't know that you was friends with the boy's dad. I didn't know that you was Monique's brother at first. I didn't know all of this ancestry.com stuff. So you're not really making any sense, sir. It's just sounding sicker and sicker as we survive you and your peanut head and survive Monique and the fact that you are her dad and her brother. This is like Steve Harvey, how they had the Marjorie Harvey allegedly was cheating with the chef and the bodyguard. You're the dad, you're the father, the daddy, the uncle, the motivational speaker. Golly.
Here, please don't take our word for it, but what we will convey is this. Those who are parents and have raised their parents up to being adults.
The children. Raise their children up to be adults.
Right on. Those who are parents that raise their children into adulthood know that there comes a time and a place in which they determine their own decisions, their own path. You can have multiple children that are raised in one house, but they act and they take on different things. The reason why it was so important for us to entertain these conversations that we typically have privately, or that we're influenced to have privately amongst the people in our community, is because we need to stop being embarrassed about being human beings and about being black human beings.
I would be embarrassed, sir. Look, fix your mouth. Fix your mouth. I would be embarrassed if this was my sister and then I became her daddy. That is embarrassing in itself. That's not human. That is called Ancestries.com, dude. You know what I'm talking about? I went on Ancestries.com. I found out I got Indian in my blood. You know what I'm saying? But you have Ancestries.com in your blood, sir. And I don't care if you make that face at me. You can poke your lips out all you want. Like, because you always got your lips poked out. I don't know how much money do you pay your daddy to do all the talking, Monique? Like, even in family shit. Like, I understand he your manager, so he got to speak to certain people far as managing you. But even your kids' stuff, he talks for every goddamn thing. You know what I'm talking about? This is crazy. We are surviving the fact that her daddy does all the talking.
Their own path. You can have multiple children that are raised in one house, but they act and they take on different things. The reason why it was so important for us to entertain these conversations that we typically have privately, or that we're influenced to have privately amongst the people in our community, is because we need to stop being embarrassed about being human beings and about being black human beings. You will oftentimes hear us saying we are embarrassing ourselves in front of them. Who is them?
Who are they?
Because when you hear someone articulate these things, that is the slave's mentality. That makes us believe that we as black people need to conduct ourselves with dignity because white people are watching. You should conduct yourself with dignity because the spirit of you is watching.
What does race have to do with her son saying that she was, telling lies on Club Shay Shay? What does race have to do with that, sir? Just please let me know that. You are her brother and became her father. There's no color in that. This is family on family. This is a family matters, dude. Steve Urkel type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I will not take this. I'm going home. This is some Steve Urkel's family matters type of stuff. And you trying to bring race in it. I don't get it.
Embarrassed about being human beings and about being black human beings. You will oftentimes hear us saying we are embarrassing ourselves in front of them. Who is them?
Who are they?
Because when you hear someone articulate these things...
Yo, it's like they planned it. Did you see the freestyle right there? Like there was like a rap group. She said, in front of them. He said, who are they? She said, who are they? Like, look how they put it together. It's like...
Embarrassed about being human beings and about being black human beings. You will oftentimes hear us saying we are embarrassing ourselves in front of them. Who is them?
Who are they?
Because when you hear someone articulate these things, that is the slave's mentality. That makes us believe that we as black people need to conduct ourselves with dignity because white people are watching. You should conduct yourself with dignity because the spirit of you is watching.
Come on.
But we need to have these conversations.
No, listen, I admit that, okay, it's a shame for us as black people to be putting our business out there. I get that part. You know what I'm saying? But this is not a race matter is what I'm saying. This is a son and a mother and a daddy. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you what it is. Like, yes, okay, we've been in the internet, black people going against each other. All right, we get that part. But this whole thing is I'm just going off of the fact of a mother and a child's relationship and a daddy that used to be friends with his real daddy and then was sleeping with his mother. Like that's all embarrassing right there to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we can all say, oh, we need to stop this. It ain't us doing it. It ain't us. The people that's on here, it's not us that's doing this. We are watching it. We are reacting to it in real time. This is them. And we are surviving Monique and we're surviving her daddy.
Out loud and taboo because we have a finite period of time together here on this earth. You will travel through infinity with the spirit that you have all along, and you will not remember the ridicule that you receive, but you will be judging yourself. You will be determining for the rest of your life which way that you go as you have thus far. So this conversation is about speaking directly to what situations are. And many people oftentimes, when they are presented with an issue, they stay quiet, they hide, they disappear. And what we're saying is that's not who we are, because what you cannot do is you cannot trick an honest person.
Come on.
You can demean, you can say whatever you want to say about them negatively, but what will happen is truth has a way of standing the test of time.
And you are absolutely right. And the truth is, Monique's son, okay? If y'all have not seen it, you can go on my channel. He came out, said what he said about Monique lying and always focused on her daddy. And as y'all see, to her son's truth, he's doing all the talking. This man is doing more talking than Monique. I never had a problem with Monique calling him her daddy. I think it's fucking hilarious. But it's like if he's doing all of the talking, even in family matters, like it's a little bit much. And y'all know a lot of women, y'all don't let your man do all the talking. Cause I haven't met one yet to where I was doing all the damn talking. Yeah, right. I'd be surprised if I could get a word out of a woman. Like, so to this right here is just too much. Like, just let them say every damn thing. Like, what's your favorite color? Ask my daddy. What do you like to eat, Monique? You gotta ask my daddy. Like that is just a little bit much. Now, there's one thing to call somebody daddy, oh, fat daddy, oh, on a sexy type of thing. But this is over the top daddy, and y'all know it. And she said that this was damn near like an uncle to her son. So this is her brother. And then he was cool. This man talking about the truth. You talking about the truth. Sir, you are disposing things that you don't even know you're exposing yourself by saying, oh, the truth is going to prevail. Well, the truth is you were friends and said you loved her kid's father. You were friends with her kid's father, sir. The boy that her son that she's going back and forth with, you were friends with him. And it didn't stop you from your pecker getting hard and aiming and firing right at Monique's mouth. I'm sorry, guys. I got to be graphic. You know what I mean? Y'all know she do comedy, so her favorite word is the N word constantly. Y'all, she do more cussing than the jokes sometimes. You know what I mean? But she's still a legend. But I gotta call a spade, guys. You know what I'm saying? You was behind your friend's back, which was the son back, his dad, and then was sleeping with her. And now you said y'all all cool. Now y'all done became a damn whole P. Diddy freak off party session. This is crazy, guys. I don't care. This is just how I feel. We are surviving the truth, and it will set you free.
With an issue, they stay quiet, they hide, they disappear. And what we're saying is that's not who we are, because what you cannot do is you cannot trick an honest person.
Come on.
You can demean, you can say whatever you want to say about them negatively, but what will happen is truth has a way of standing the test of time.
Now, you said you could be an honest person, so be honest with everybody. Were you sleeping with Monique while her and her son's father was together? Come on, here, you got the mic. You talk about the honesty, right? Were you sleeping with her behind his back, sir? The guy you said that you love. Come on, we speaking honest here. Let the truth set you free. I'm talking to you in that peanut head. Since you want to be so honest. You know what I mean? Boy, I'll call you
What
out.
you cannot do is you cannot trick an honest person.
Come on.
You can demean, you can say whatever you want to say about them negatively, but what will happen is truth has a way of standing the test of time. I forgot to have my phone to read the last text message that I gave to you, Shalon, where I told you about the understanding of how you are speaking to a woman and how you as a man and how you perceive things may be completely different from how your wife, how your mother, how your sister, how your daughter will look at things. And when you learn how to communicate a little bit better, then things will happen a little bit better.
Prime example. He just made my point. So her son coming out publicly, which I said I wouldn't have never, even no matter what I was going through with my mom, I wouldn't have never went on the internet. But I'm not going to blame the boy and say, oh, you just so terrible for doing it. He did it because he said it was intervention. It was healing for him. Now, my point is, the boy must have been trying to reach out to Monique before the internet. And like he said, my last text to her son, I told him it's a certain way that you talk to your mother because you don't want your wife. So the son probably was like, listen, I can't get a word out to talk to my own mom. I got to keep going through daddy. This man right here seems to be the culprit. I told y'all, listen, I'm a real good dude. You know what I mean? My woman will tell you this. But it's like, I'm not perfect, and the fact of the matter is, she don't need me to speak for every goddamn daggone thing. Just to say, oh, your man stand up for you. Okay, I'll stand up for my woman, but damn, I'm not going to try to stand up and speak every second. It just seems to be a little kind of weird that he got to speak to Tyler Perry. He got to speak to Oprah. He got to speak to her son. She got to call him daddy. He got to be friends with the boy's father and then went and stabbed him in the back. And we supposed to take his word and say, wow, this man is so right. He's such a great man because he got Monique calling him daddy. No, it may be something up with him on why that boy went the way he did. And he told on himself right here by saying that I told him how you conduct yourself with your mother. So you was the one doing all the talking. So if I see my mom keep letting a man get in between us, I'm going to end up probably saying, fuck it too. We going to the internet with this. Because this man needs to shut his ass up. Surviving the fact that this man needs to shut his ass up. Real rap. Look at you. Now you ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, the screen's starting to mess up.
Man, because of the challenges that this young brother has had with mental illness.
So he's saying that Monique's son has mental illness, guys. This is his excuse. So he's trying to say Monique's son is something wrong with him mentally. But you got her. You was her brother and friends with her kid's father and then stabbed him in the back and then turned into her daddy, and her son is the one suffering from mental illness. This was supposed to be your sister, and you became her daddy. So who's mentally ill? You or the son? This is crazy.
Young man, because of the challenges that this young brother has had with mental illness. So we're communicating that out loud to speak to our community, to say, listen, y'all, if we have more public conversations, there will be less private angst.
Come on.
There will be less private issues that we carry on because we're afraid to communicate in front of white folks.
Wow. Okay. So he's like a preacher to you. You're like, yes, Lord. Yes, Daddy. Amen. Say it again. You know what I'm saying? Listen, salute the MRAC TV, guys. If y'all want to see the rest of this live, go to MRAC TV, because I can't take it no more. I told y'all I got a haircut appointment, Valentine's Day tomorrow, but we are surviving Monique's response, and we're surviving her daddy response. I'm just telling y'all how I feel about it. This is what I take from it. To me, it was baloney. Whole response to me was phony baloney. Surviving the phony baloney.